Okay, this is going to just be a very short video since I haven't made one in a while. I've been working on my reptile room downstairs in the basement. Got everybody into one room. There's still a lot of work to be done and it doesn't look perfect, so please don't be too critical. But of course there's the custom Emerald Tree Boa cage at the top. And then down there is the albino Burmese pythons. There's Buttercup and Nano. And as soon as I sell some of the baby green tree pythons, I'm gonna make cages that pretty much cover this entire wall. The wall's 18 feet long, and I'm gonna make 2 8-foot cages. But over here is the daddy green tree python, Maryland. And here is my Emerald Tree Boa named Emeraldo. And right now it's about 76, maybe 75, somewhere around there in their cage. I just turned all the lamps on. It's like 4 o'clock in the morning, so all the snakes are like, whoa, morning came early today. But I'll turn them back out when I get done with the video. So, of course, any of the tree boas or tree pythons cages are going to be a little bit cooler, even though the room is at 79 degrees, and because there's more humidity in their cages. They have the fog machines, and at night the fog machines on the cages only come on twice for 15 minutes, but during the day they're set to come on every 2 hours and stay on for 2 hours. 2 hours on, 2 hours off, 2 hours on, all day long. So, okay, and you're probably thinking, that's a really, really big chair, but love it. I have to have something comfortable because I spend a lot of time in this room. The best thing about it is it rolls, so I can get rid of it when I don't need it. Okay, here are my 2 Redtail Boas. Well, 2 of them. I've got 4 Redtail Boas. And here's my big girl Bones. She's growing at an unbelievable rate. And then there's Ricardo. She's almost caught up to him. Ricardo is not growing much. It's too early in the year for her to be ovulating, really. So, but if it wasn't so early, I would swear that looks like an ovulation. And who knows, you know, it could be. Definitely going to try to breed these 2 in the wintertime. And, she says, hello, welcome to my house. Okay, so we'll let her go swimming, and we'll move on. Okay. This fireplace is going to go upstairs one day. It was in my old apartment. It's an artificial fireplace. And when it's out of here, I'll have more room on this wall. But, over here is an acrylic tank. It's like a 55-gallon. Whole thing is acrylic. So, it's a really good tank. Somebody gave it to me. There's a horrible, ugly sticker on it here, and I can't get all that off yet. But, there's my other Redtail booth. He's kind of hidden up in the box and you can't really see him. But under him is all the babies, of course. Baby green tree pythons. They're all doing great. And I just love them to death. They're just sweethearts. Some of them have had their 6 meals this weekend. So the ones that have been feeding from the very early stages will be up for sale very, very soon. Oh. There's Elvira. She's starting to change colors, changing to green. You can see a lot of yellowish and greenish spots on her side and on her face and everything. But there she is in her little tub that she likes very much. And over here is Evita back there on her perch. Now her lamp is on too, but she's got a black heat bulb. She's the only snake I've got on a black heat lamp. I only turn hers down halfway at night because she's still little. She needs to be a little extra warm than the adults. And she's doing great. And beside of her, let me move this big chair back to the other side. Beside of her is Mommy Medusa. And I moved her into this tank right before she had the eggs, because I didn't want her on a real high perch and drop the eggs off the perch just in case. She didn't want to go in the nest box, which then I just never moved her into another tank because she seemed very content in this one. Now all their fog machines are off right now, but there's her humidifier, and it's split with Evita, and it will actually do quite a bit of fog in just seconds. You can see it coming on there. I just switched it on. And of course hers is on a timer too. It comes on 2 hours during the day, off 2 hours. But since it's not time, turn it back off. And over there is one of the least attractive parts of the room. It is a snake rack that actually came with the baby snake rack and 6 snakes, the 2 womas and the 3 Amazon tree boas and a Redtail Boa. And they had kind of made that homemade. I'm actually going to rebuild it using all wood or something to make it match real nice and hide all the wires so it doesn't look so tacky. But it's got 14 different heat spaces in it that are 1 foot a piece. And the tubs, most of the tubs are very large tubs. They're 28 quart tubs in most of them. So they're really big. And then some of the smaller ones are these 16 quart sweater size tubs for some of the smaller snakes. And here is the only baby green tree python that will not fit in the baby rack. And he is my firstborn. You can see I wrote first on there. Kind of corny, but had to keep them separate, numbered somehow. And he is quite nippy, actually. He's one of the best feeders I've got. And there he is, sitting pretty as you please in the bushes. And he's doing real good. He's gorgeous. He was born about 9.5 grams. He's about 13 now, so he's growing good. And then you can see the yellow Amazon tree boa through the box. And just all kinds of snakes. You can see my albino ball python dolly there. And there's a couple. There's 2 normal ball pythons in there. And there's a small redtail boa. Can't really see her. She's coming up to the side of the tub. She says, "Hey, is that right?" She is growing at an unbelievable rate. You would not believe how fast she's growing. But all the snakes are doing real good. And that's just kind of a little look at my snake room. No, it doesn't look that big on camera, but this room is actually 18 feet long and 12 feet wide. So it's a pretty large room to be wall-to-wall snakes, pretty much. And when I have all the custom cages done, it'll look a lot better. But, yeah, I had cages all throughout my house, and I finally got the basement all cleaned out. And we had to install a lot of electrical outlets in here, of course, because I didn't want to overload anything. So I had to run 3 breakers to the electrical box. This is my cozy little reptile room. And right now the lamps have only been on for about 20 minutes. And the room has already went from 78 or 79 up to 80. And I'll get about 82 or 83 during the day. So I had to use smaller heat bulbs when I moved everybody down here, because I didn't have to warm the cages up nearly as much. Look at Nano. He's drinking water.